Good morning, students. Today we will discuss new chapter, quadratic equation. Before starting the quadratic equation, we should revise, or we should learn about variables. Now we have learned in class 9 and the lower classes that variables are those whose value is not defined. As you can say that x, y, z. These are taken as mostly these are taken as variables, and we don't know these values of these x, y, z in a particular questions. And constant those whose value is fixed, like 4, 3, -1, and we take a, b, c as constant. Now standard equation of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are constant numbers and x is a variable. We can take y as variable and z as variable as well. Now since the degree of this equation is 2, maximum power of a variable is 2, so it is quadratic equation. If this bx term is missing, or you can say that if we have just ax square, only ax square plus c, then still it is a quadratic equation, since its degree is also 2. If we have only ax square is equal to 0, then it is also a quadratic equation, you can say. So if we don't have this ax square term, we have only bx plus c, then this is not a quadratic equation. This become a linear equation. So now we should discuss about how to solve the quadratic equation. We have various methods to solve the quadratic equation, but first we will learn the splitting the middle terms method. We have also learned this method in class 9th as well. Suppose we have let's take an example. Suppose we have a quadratic equation 2x square minus 7x plus 3. So first we will do, we will multiply a and c. Like in this question we have a is 2 and c is 3, so that comes 6. Now we should factorize 6 as many as 2 into 3 and 6 into 1. There are two factors that can be made, 2 into 3 and 6 into 1. Now it depends on the adding and subtracting of these two factors, depending on the sign of the c, as this is plus, so that the factor should be taken so that the sum will be 7. It depends on the middle term 7. So if you add 2 or 3, that comes 5, which is not equal to 7, so we will not take these two factors. Then we'll take another two factors, that is 6 into 1. Now on adding 6 and 1, we got 7, which is equal to the middle term of our equation. So we have splitted the middle term 7 as 6 plus 1. So why this is called as middle term splitting method? Because we split the middle term according to the rule of this quadratic solving method. So now we'll put the value of 7 as 6 plus 1 with the bracket. We should always use brackets so that there is no mistake in the sign. On multiplying this minus sign and x, we got minus 6x minus x plus 3. And now taking common from these two factors and these two terms, we got 2x as common in the first two terms, that the remaining will be x minus 3 inside the bracket. Then we'll take minus sign as common, minus 1 as common, and then x minus 3. Now these two terms should be like term, means that you can say that it should be same. If there is any changes in the sign of any these two terms, so that means you are doing it wrong. So make sure that these two terms are alike. So x minus 3, now we will take x minus 3 as common from both the terms. We will get 2x minus 1, the remaining term. So we have factorized this quadratic equation. Now putting x minus 3 as 0, So we got x is equal to 3, and putting 2x minus 1 as 0, so we got x is equal to 1 by 2. So these are the solution of this quadratic equation. Now we will solve one more problem also of this quadratic equation. Suppose we have an equation x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Again we will write a 1, b minus 3, c minus 10. We will multiply a into c. Now on multiplying we don't need the sign, so we'll just multiply 1 and 10. We got 10. Now we will factorize again 10 as 10 into 1 and 2 into 5. There are two factors that can be made by 10, factorizing 10. So on subtracting 10 minus 1, because its sign is minus here, so middle term will be generated by subtracting these two factors. So 10 minus 1, that is 9, which is not the middle term, so we will not take these two factors. 2 into 5, that is 10. 5 minus 2, by subtracting 2 from 5, we got 3. So in place of 3 we can write 5 minus 2. So that is the correct splitting middle term. So we'll write 5 minus 2 as 3 in the place of 3 with the bracket x minus 10. Now again multiplying minus sign and x inside, we got minus 5x and plus 2x minus 10. So now taking x common from first two terms, we got x into x minus 5. Now taking 2 as common from 2 and 10, that is x minus 5. Now these are like factors we have made, so our answer is correct. X minus 5 we will take common, and the remaining will be x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now putting x minus 5 is equal to 0, we got x is equal to 5, and putting x plus 2 is equal to 0, we got x is equal to minus 2. So that is again the solution of this quadratic equation, right? Thank you so much.